In an isolated coastal town, whispers of an abandoned boathouse bring fear into the hearts of those who visit its location deep in the woods. Its dilapidated exterior and overgrown foliage serve as warnings to any curious minds wandering too close. The locals recount tales of supernatural activity at the abandoned boathouse, igniting a sense of curiosity in the town's bravest residents who dare to approach and explore its haunted depths. The old boathouse seems to eat up any light that tries to get in, leaving anyone who steps inside surrounded by thick, creepy darkness. The wooden floor groans with every step, sending shivers down their spines. Shadows flicker on the damp walls, almost like they're alive, inviting people to come closer. A group of curious friends, eager to uncover the secrets of the haunted boathouse and the ghosts rumored to live there, pushes forward, determined to find the truth. As they venture deeper into this ghostly haven, an unsettling presence begins to wrap around them like a cold embrace. The air grows thicker and colder as they continue exploring, making it difficult for them to breathe or think clearly. Their hearts race with both fear and excitement at what may lurk in the shadows. Suddenly, without warning, a fierce gust of wind tears through the abandoned structure, extinguishing their meager flashlights. In the darkness that follows, whispers echo throughout the room, growing louder and more menacing with each passing moment. The voices seem to be calling out names long forgotten by time, echoing off the damp walls like an ancient curse. In the pitch-black void, they frantically attempt to ignite their flashlights, fumbling through pockets and bags in a desperate bid for illumination. Heartbeats quicken as they navigate by touch alone, hands gliding over slimy walls adorned with forgotten fishing gear and long-neglected nautical artifacts from a bygone era. Each cautious stride sends echoes reverberating through the unstable flooring, as if warning of unseen perils lurking at their heels. Just when hope seems lost in this abyss of darkness, a dim beam of flickering light pierces the shadows, revealing a hidden chamber filled with ancient artifacts and symbols etched into stone walls. The air grows colder still as they approach the mysterious room that has remained untouched for generations, leaving behind an eerie silence broken only by the sound of their own footsteps. As they cautiously step into the eerie chamber, ghostly apparitions emerge from the shadows like phantoms released from their graves. Several spectral figures materialize from the darkness, their anguished faces contorted by long-forgotten hardships, as they reach out with bony hands towards any daring soul who dares step foot into their realm of ethereal torment. The ghostly forms bear a resemblance to individuals once subjected to lives of servitude and pain, now forever trapped within these haunted walls. Stunned by the terrifying scene unfolding before their eyes, the adventurers are momentarily rooted to the spot, their hearts pounding violently within their chests. It seems as though time itself has frozen, trapping them in a state of sheer terror. In what feels like an endless stretch of agonizing seconds, they manage to gather their wits and exchange desperate glances, the word "run" barely escaping their trembling lips, before they flee with all their might. As the group prepares to leave the boathouse, one of the adventurers stumbles upon a loose floorboard that creaks underfoot. Curious, they kneel down, prying it open with cautious hands. Beneath the board lies a hidden cache, obscured by years of dust and neglect. Among the forgotten items, they discover an old, withered diary, its cover cracked and pages yellowed with age. The air grows heavy as they carefully open the diary, dust motes dancing in the beams of morning light that now flood the boathouse. The handwriting inside is faded but legible, each entry penned with a shaky hand that tells tales of life at sea, the brutal reality of enslavement, and the fateful storm that led the ship to its doom near this very spot. As they regroup outside, the gravity of what they've witnessed weighs heavily upon them. The history of these enslaved souls, unjustly tethered to this forsaken place, fills their conversation with a mix of sorrow and determination to uncover more. Driven by a newfound resolve, the group decides to delve into the local archives and libraries the following day. Their search uncovers old ship logs and diaries that speak of shipwrecks and the grim fate of the enslaved who perished. Their spirits now haunting the boathouse as a chilling reminder of the past. Under the dim glow of the moon, the group gathers around an old wooden table at the local inn, spreading out maps and historical records. They discuss their findings with a mix of awe and dread, piecing together the tragic tales of the enslaved souls. Night falls again, and despite their fears, the adventurers return to the boathouse armed with knowledge and a solemn respect for the spirits. They enter slowly, calling out to the souls, promising to tell their stories, to acknowledge their pain and plead for their rest. The atmosphere inside the boathouse shifts as the group begins to read aloud from the diary they found. The air becomes charged with a palpable energy, and the faint outlines of the slaves of the past materialize, their forms more defined, their expressions pained but no longer menacing. The whisper fills the air, growing into a chorus of voices recounting tales of life at sea, the horrors of enslavement, and the tragic shipwreck that ended their earthly journeys. The group listens, heartbroken but resolute in their mission to free these trapped souls. With each story shared, the air in the boathouse grows lighter, the shadows less oppressive. The group feels a bond forming between them and the spirits, a silent acknowledgement of their suffering and a shared desire for peace. As the first hint of dawn colors the horizon, the group gathers sea stones and fills a wooden bucket with salt water. They form a circle within the boathouse, placing the stones in a pattern and sprinkling the salt water as they chant words of release, hoping to aid the spirits in finding peace. As the first light of dawn breaks, the spirits of the slaves begin to ascend, their forms glowing softly in the morning light, a serene look of relief replacing the anguish on their faces. One by one they disappear, their departure quiet and peaceful. The group exits the boathouse, emotionally exhausted but fulfilled, knowing they have played a part in righting the wrongs of the past. The boathouse behind them stands silent and still, no longer a place of fear, but a memorial to those who suffered there. News of their experience spreads through the town, igniting a community interest in the history of the boathouse and the lives of the slaves of the past. A collective effort begins to preserve the site and educate others about its historical significance. A plaque is placed at the entrance of the boathouse, detailing its history and the names of those who were lost, ensuring that the memory of the slaves is honored. Over time, the boathouse becomes a site of reflection and learning, drawing visitors from far and wide who come to pay their respects and learn about the dark chapters of maritime history. The adventurers remain involved in the preservation efforts, dedicating themselves to uncovering and sharing more untold stories of the sea. As the sun sets over the coastal town, the boathouse stands against the sky, no longer abandoned but respected, a beacon of remembrance and healing. The spirits of the slaves, finally at peace, watch over the sea from afar, their legacy safeguarded by those who were once strangers, but now keepers of their history.